Hey everyone, it's me again, funkdoc. I've been on a really rough run with the multiplayer games lately. Still been doing great in two-player, but not the multis lately. So this might be my last one for a little bit. I may need to take a break from multis, but I fell into an opportunity here and wanted to record it. Looking to this map config. This is one of those that I think will call for a triple build in red. Like Dortmund, Essen, Dusseldorf, this would be the ideal triple build if you could swing that, and should definitely be able to. After landing the 4 for cheap, although this is a build that I expect the 3 to get, which leaves open the question. Where's the build for 4 if the player with the 3, in this case Dionis4ever here. We have Dionis4ever, amitss1, and Tinchen87. Or Tinchen, I guess Tinchen would be how you pronounce that, I guess, because I think they're German. Like, I just kind of thought that would be like a Chinese name, but no. They're German, so, yeah. I mean, we do have Chinese players for Power Grid on here, by the way. Wildfighter is a really good one. Anyway, Emmy's going for the 9 instead of the 8. I think on Germany that's a very reasonable play, because with Germany, like, the early players tend to have to build 2 or 3 cities to be safe with their start. So the 9 can get a good spot in the turn order by doing that. Ooh, that's a greedy one there. Couple options here. The way I see it, I could either do the triple build here, like I talked about, or I could do double build in the twins. Or I could do twin and Fulda, actually. Twin and Fulda could be an option. I think I'll try this. Because there's not really an incentive for others to build, like, east of me, really. There's not quite enough. So I feel like this should help me to get these cheaper cities out east. This being Germany, I think you just kind of have to take your 2 build and accept that you're going to go high in the turn order on turn 2. Please build another one, Tinchen. God damn it. You couldn't get Duisburg? Like, really? This makes sense, though. So I'm just glad we get the 2 people fighting up there. That's what I want. And yeah, Emmy's takes the obvious build, the other twin, to stay at 1 city. And at least I'm not going to be totally top in the turn order, so that's good. $16, okay. So this will prevent any, like, huge drops from coming this turn. That makes me feel a little better. I'm not bidding for the 10 at all, not with 15 right below it. Like, I assume Tinken's going to bid for the 10, and that's an auto pass for me. 15 being around this early really cuts into 10's value. If I get this at cost, I'll be a happy man. Because I can't really power a 3rd city this turn anyway with 15 or 16. And Emmy indeed passes in the 13, which kind of surprises me. 9 and 13 is a really good start, especially for Germany. And those are two plants you can run profitably for a long time. Yeah, sure, sweet. I will totally take 13 at cost. Hell yeah. And I mean, they're bidding for the 15, which is interesting. I strongly disagree with that. Emmy should pass. Oh, wow. Emmy just got hosed. 11 is like the nightmare plant to show up this early. It's going to take a while for uranium to get even like remotely affordable. Well, he just buys the 8 now, though. Or the 6, that's right, I forgot. Emmy's a big fan of buying the 6 early, this early to play a turn order. Stay bottom here, since he'll have the lowest numbered top plant. You know what's funny? 38 has a non-zero chance of showing up on the next turn. Nobody can afford it, but... I'll just pick off the one coal sitting there at $3. Yeah, I'll do that. If I were Dionis, well, Dionis may not have been able to afford a third city anyway. Yep, Mannheim is the obvious choice for Emmets because it gets him down here. Cheap connection to Stuttgart. That's the right choice. And as I expected, Tinchen built a third city. That's why I didn't buy extra coal, because I figured I'd be sitting below the other players with coal on the next turn. In fact, I shouldn't have even bought that one coal, probably, but... I mean, Tinchen would have bought that coal if I didn't. I'm pretty sure. $18, that's a big one right there. I want no part of 16 then, with this happening. Because, man, we've gotten through a lot of the low plants already. We've had, like, the really low plants and the really high plants about all that's been drawn so far. Now, if it comes down to me on this, I'm actually going to pass 16. As I mentioned earlier, I want no part of 16. And what that means is I'm going to pass this here because I do not want to drop 18 for Emmy. Make Emmy eat the 16. If he even wants it. And sure enough, 18 would have dropped, and 25 is sitting there behind it now. Next turn should be interesting. I'll just buy max coal now, with these people up in front, these people after me going to buy coal. So clearly the move here. I'm, like, obviously not going to build this turn. That'll guarantee I go bottom next turn. Because, I mean, Emmy's obviously going to build. I would expect Würzburg next. Possibly Castle. Castle might be a shrewd move, actually. Make me build Erfurt defensively. But yeah, no, he goes for Würzburg as the obvious choice. Yeah, that's fine. I have to build Erfurt next for sure. Saarbrücken would be ideal as another city. Actually, even then, a castle might still be more important, maybe. I mean, Erfurt's definitely my third city, no matter what. I need to protect my path to the really cheap stuff here. Castle will probably be next. That gives me the cheapest connection into the whole red-blue area there. Given that Tinchen built last turn, I assume they're going to buy 18 now. And I'll actually bid a little bit on it. A little bit. Because I assume 25 should be expensive when that comes on next. Yep. I'll pay 21 for this. Now we're getting to a point where I might pass, with plenty of bigger plans yet to come. Ooh, yeah, I pass this now. Dang, they're fighting for this. Okay, this makes me feel really good about passing. Surprisingly high price for this plant with 25 up next and us having gone through a lot of the low plants already. Dionis is running out of spots to build, though. It's kind of awkward for him to get a 5th city. It's another reason I'm eyeing Castle here. $22. Okay, this I just auto pass. Ouch. Well, that sucked. It really sucks. Have to do this, though. Sucks, but I gotta do it. That was annoying. The people bidding that much for those green plants actually made out well there. That was one of the few big duds left in the deck. So again, I have to go back to my original question. I build Erfurt for sure, then the question is, Saarbrücken or Castle? I think the answer is Castle. I still think the answer is Castle. I mean, Emmy's going to end up getting a lot of Step 1 cities. Not ideal for me, but seems like a given at this point. I think I do this, though. I think that's my play. So once again, as usual, Emmy's ending up as kind of the front runner for the game, I feel. Builds have just worked out really well for him. 16 at cost has worked out really well for him given how the drops have shaken out. I mean, him having to buy the 6 early that was kind of bad. Okay, at least 25 stays on. We bid for this, that's for damn sure. $36 would be the number I'm looking for this plant. Should go for higher than that, though. In which case, I'll have my eye on 29. Dionis isn't really in a good position to use the 25 now since he's stuck at 4 cities. Doesn't have great places to go from here, especially being top in the turn order. Now I pass it to Dionis. That might have been too greedy of a click there for me. I got lucky. Dionis bid on it again. Now I face a decision. How many plants left or lower? There's just not many plants that can come that are worse than this. Yeah, see, there we go. I'd have been a lot more sad if I had dropped 29 for Amit there. At least now we can get the coal vortex going on. Because that's not a really great set of plants for Amit in that situation. Problem is, now 29 is not the most likely to stay on the market next turn, but we still have plenty of other, still have a number of other fine plants we can take. And you best believe I'm burning coal this turn. I think it breaks even for me to run coal on the 4, and it attacks like every other player at this point. Drive up coal. Like, I do feel that in Amit's spot, if I had dropped in the 29, like, that would just win the game for him right there. With 20, at least, there's some hope that he could get screwed. What I'm going to look for next turn, if possible, jump into Stuttgart. Honestly, this might be worth a click for me. Just so I can play the turn order game. Well, even then, though, I don't know. I mean, we know Dionis isn't bidding for a plant. That's for sure. Really? Y'all gonna let me have this at cost, huh? Okay. Okay. Sure. I will not complain about this. Okay. So I want these two and jump into Stuttgart. That's my builds here. Leaves me with 30 bucks. Ooh, 19 in the market too. Okay. Need to think here. Need to think. Because I'm going to clear 2 plants off the market this way. That's cool. And yeah, Stuttgart over Dresden is so obvious. So many more connections this way. 30. I'm just thinking of whether I want the last thing to be a coal or an oil. And I still think it's a coal. Because again, everybody else in this game is using coal right now. So I really want to make the 20 extra painful for amitss. He has a big advantage in builds. He made out pretty well in terms of earlier plants overall. Got 20 at cost, so we need to make that 20 as rough as can be. I do think the play for me is to build out now, though. We want to move the market in this situation. That's a nice connection into the rest of the south here, too. That could be potentially useful. Also, 11 would definitely be the next plant I replace instead of 13, for sure. Dionis, you can't build, bro. Just don't even build this turn. Like these parts of the map, this is the stuff I want to stay out of, so that's why I'm kind of happy with the Stuttgart jump here. Gets me past that. Because now I have my eye on somehow breaking into this territory. Given that I'm building above amitss, that might... I don't know if that'll happen. We'll see. Ha! Extra glad I took Stuttgart now. Looks like... So Dionis said he would have jumped into there if I didn't. Okay. I'm probably going to hold on to this coal like for the rest of the game after this turn. That could come in handy for step 3 plants. Oh, baby. Let's go. 30 is perfect for me. Because, again, we are getting to the point now where most plants left are lower than what we see here. So we need to bid up 30 pretty heavily. Yeah, we'll do this. 28. Good time for me to get rid of my 11. Because that'll probably get bought. Problem is, amitss now is going to get 29 at cost, most likely. Not sure that'll make up for it, though. The advantage with the 30 for me is with me having a 4-capacity plant already. With me having a 4-capacity plant. This sets me up to reach endgame level with just one more 7-capacity plant in step 3. And we've already seen 2 of the 3 plants that can power 7, the 38 and the 46. 36 is the only one we haven't seen yet, and that's going to be by far the worst one with how much coal has been contested in this game. I just have to... So, it looks like at least for this turn, 24 is not going to show up and be bought, which is huge for me. Please pass, Dionis. This is not your plant now. You can pass now, dude. And Tinchen's not exactly the richest player. Like, giving him 32 at this price is not going to be the worst thing ever. Well, then. Okay, that is dreamy for me. Because Tinchen has to buy this plant now. Tinchen's going to buy 31, and coal is still going to be hell. The veteran move there might be to buy 28 instead, but that didn't happen. And 17 popping up after that makes me very happy with my 30. Because the plan for this turn is obviously just use my trash and not run the 21, and then next turn we can build. That's the plan here. I should drop in the turn order at least somewhat. Ooh, Tinchen can buy out coal and amitss. Yep. Oh no, it doesn't do that. I would have rather bought out coal in that situation. I mean, granted, amitss can make good money with 29 and 16 together. Oh, amitss doesn't buy the coal anyway. Interesting. That may be risky. Like, just not securing your 3 coal on the 20 there. And at least there's plenty of oil being used to keep 32 from being too strong. But yeah, Dionis is just dead in this game. Overpaid for 25, probably, given his building situation. Really, a lot of Dionis' problems in this game came down to not triple building in the red area. Again, Dortmund, Essen, Dusseldorf. That is the build you want if you're going to be the first player there. Building 2 is the worst option when you're first, because another player can just build one next to you and then build before you on the second turn. So building 3 is the way to go here. I'm actually going to drop in the turn order here. Sweet. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll go to second from bottom in the turn order, sure. Because now I should be able to build up to 11 in the next turn, I think. Hey, look at this the chaos we have with coal right now. Just look at that. That's why I kept buying coal on the 21 there. Dionis obviously not buying a plant. Tinchen might buy 28 here. And amitss doesn't need 28 either, so this is just going to be a straight pass. There's 24. What do we make of that? Problem here is, Tinchen could buy 24 next turn. I don't know, though. 28 is still... 28 is going to be a lot cheaper to run. And Tinchen might just need to think about that aspect. Like, 28 might be the more sensible play for Tinchen now, for a plant to buy next turn. We'll see, but actually, possibly 28 could get pushed off the market. Actually, it most likely will. Problem is, I don't have enough spare cash that I want to store trash, I think. In fact, I'd rather buy oil than trash right now. Yeah, I'd rather do it this way. Because now I'm switching to oil. With everybody else fighting over coal. Again, I want to keep that coal stored on the 21. That could be useful down the line. Now, amitss here is probably going to build into red. Although there's not a whole lot of land left in red. Not a whole lot left. And really all, I mean, just about all the cheapest stuff is gone, so... May not even be much incentive to build into red at this point. If amitss doesn't build red, I still might, though. Oh, I need to build this. Yeah. Let me think. Let me calculate this out. I do still feel like amitss clearly my main competition in this game. Which means I'd like to build... Let me think about this. Ooh, yeah, I can do it this way. That actually works. Okay. Take cheap cities here and get into here. Get in before amitss does here. Sets me up to should be able to hopefully take at least some of these cities come step 3. Maybe not, though. I'm just very, very thankful for my 30 and 13 right now. 30 is going to turn out to be worth every penny, I bet. Because if my calculations are right, we should not reach the step 3 auction yet. Yep, I was right. Question is, does Tinchen buy 20? Oh my god, Amit actually buys 24. That makes me happy. That makes me very happy. Because that's just like, wow. You're going to end up replacing that. You're either going to replace this or replace 29 next turn. I feel like that's a mistake for Amit. If any... Oh, no. He put it up because... Oh, I see what he did. He put it up because he knew Tinchen needed 24. Okay, that makes a lot more sense then. Now, I'm going to bet that Tinchen probably builds above me this turn, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Amit, I bet, will not build above me here. Now, this is where it gets interesting. We have these... We have 34 as a fantastic 5 capacity plant for next turn. Now, the market for step 3, it's actually pretty good. We only have a couple plants sitting there below... Yep, because 36 is not in the game, we only have a couple plants sitting below 5 capacity. Well, below 6, I should say. One of the reasons I'm holding onto the coal is that 42 is in the deck, and if I can keep that coal in the 21, I can safely buy 42 on the if it shows up in the next turn. Very glad Tinchen did not buy extra trash, by the way. $30 is also proving to be an easily better value than 32, I gotta say. Wow, I don't get it, Dionis. Interesting build by Dionis there, making a big jump even though we're in step 3 now, and Dionis could just build into these cities. He opts to jump all the way past them over into the twins here. Interesting play. This also means Dionis builds above me. Yay! And I'm definitely expecting Tinchen to build above me this turn as well. And Amit, I don't think will. Amit's going to stay at 11 for sure. Especially with him having the 20, he really needs bottom. Yeah. Now, this is a question here. I can build 3 more cities now to block amit. But I'm not going to. I'm going to play my turn order game here. It's a little finicky to click drag the flames onto... Also, I should have thought about Tinchen building above me and not bought that extra trash last turn. That was something to consider. $44, alright. So, if I built up top, I would have been forced to buy a 5 plant. Now I think I might be better off waiting for a 7. Actually, no, with the amount of money I have, I might want to play for 18 here. This is interesting. 50, 40, 39, 42 are the remaining 6 capacity plants, so I would need either two of those to get to 18, or a 5 and a 7. 38 is not going to go cheap, though. Dionis buying 34 is a strange play to me. And Tinchen bids on it. Well, 34 makes a lot more sense for Tinchen because it improves their base capacity at least. 50. So this is a crucial decision point for me. Do I try for... Do I just wait for the 7 next turn? Or do I go for this? No, I think I go for 18. I think my play is to go for 18 on the next turn. And 50 is a great plant for that purpose. 37 would really be the only disaster left for me at this point. But I still think 50 is worth bidding up to around 60 or so. Hey! Well, that's a perfect plant for me. And this is really valuable because it gets me up to 17. Again, this should probably go for around the same price as a 50. All right. I'll take this. And that was the big dud left 37 that just came. So everything next turn is good. Now, what I'm thinking is, what do I want to go for next turn? That's nice. Now, because Emmy didn't really have a burning need for 38. Like, 39 at cost, I think, would have done a lot to help amitss win the game. That would have been a much better value for him with his capacity situation. And me making him pay this much for a plant this way is going to impact his building. So he won't be able to block me quite as badly in the really cheap section of the map here. So now I am glad I bought that extra trash on the last turn. So what do we do now? amitss is thinking about math. amitss has to think about how many extra resources he can store and how much he can build and what he wants to prioritize in those regards. Might as well just buy the 2 uranium now. Man. Here's a question. This is a question right here. Right here is a question. Think. Thinky, 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 think. I'm just going to buy the bare minimum. The minimum. In resources. Cuz I'm going to make it like I can threaten to end the game here. And the funny thing is I actually can. Although I assume amitss going to block some of these cities here, so I wouldn't be able to. But if this area were left completely untouched by amitss, I could actually end the game right now. Because we know amitss is building above me this turn. He's really not... If he stops now, I win the game. Like, you realize, if amitss doesn't build that 16th city, I just win the game right now. Damn it, he got there. Okay. So now, I'm under no pressure to build anymore, because I get all this stuff. So what I do now is the build for me next, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going for 18. So that means I need one more city in addition to those, and that would be Würzburg. And I'll actually take Nuremberg while I'm at it, too. Yeah. I'll do this. I'll take these while they're still fairly cheap. Because that's cheaper than Step 3 Osnabrück. Oh, Dionis didn't build. Fuck, I'm actually going to be second from top now. This sucks. Well, he'll still buy a plant, so at least I'll have a chance to get that 42 that I want. And at least I'm still below amitss for trash, which is good, because Tinchen's going to replace that 24 next turn, I think. There's 40. Actually, 46 would be fine, too. I could totally... I'm insta-passing on this. Because, yeah, I can totally buy 46 now. Damn it, Tinchen, why did you have to bid on that? Let amitss have frickin' 40 already. Let him have it. I mean, he does have reason to bid because 42 could come next and screw amitss. So actually, do bid. Never mind, do bid him. There's a 50-50 chance amitss gets stuck with the 42 that he can't touch at all. So in that case, he would have to settle for 17, and that's just a free win for me then. Yes! because Dionis is not going to buy a plant this turn. And yeah, Amit cannot... Amit might have actually... Well, no. Amit can't put 42 up for bid. 42 is just suicide. Might as well see if I can style here. Dionis can't bid for a plant. Dionis is so poor, he has to just build and give me this. Really? You're really gonna do this to me, huh? You're not gonna let me have my 46 in peace? I want to see if I can get to 19. Okay, let that go and just take my safe 18. That's what I've been holding onto this coal for the entire time. I don't know why Dionis was bidding for 46. Like... Alright. Okay. Okay, so it looks like I should win this game very comfortably then. That's really good. I've been on a bad losing streak in the multiplayer games. But yeah, Dionis's key mistakes in this game were first only building one city in the red region at the start. This area, you have to... What I've learned the hard way is you have to triple build. One build can get punished so hard with how cheap the cities are there. Someone else can easily triple build next to you. And even if it was just a double build, you still ended up suffering really hard in terms of builds, Dionis did. So that's why you triple build there first. And the other part is not overpaying for big plants, which Dionis did. I mean, even 25 was arguably overpaying, and then certainly, like, he got caught trying to drive up 32 when he did not want to get stuck with that plant himself. He was still very poor. And then the same things here with, like, 50 and even 46 in the end game. He just keeps, like, it's an impulse I still struggle with. Is like trying to, you see a player that you view as the leader and you want to drive up a plant's cost for them, but if you get stuck with that plant yourself, you're just dead. It ends up not being worth the risk most of the time. Dionis, please just build already. I'm going to win this game now. Spoilers. Dionis, please just build already. I gotta get to work soon. I forgot about Dionis making that weird building jump in step 3. That was also, yeah, unnecessary, as Amit said. That was another problem here. Is Dionis right that he can't even get to 16? Looking like it. All right. Come on, Tinchen. Anyway, yeah. Actually, I could have built Augsburg to even save a little more money, but this is fine. And that's it. Good game, and thanks for playing. 30 was the winner here, apparently. Germany, playing for the long term has more value than in other maps. And that's what you saw there. So, see you later.